Hello students and welcome to English class. I'm your English teacher, Mr. Oza, and it is time to do classwork number 30. This is our last classwork of term 1, and this is our essay final draft. So here we go. Let's jump right in. Now, before we look at our final draft document, I want you to keep your rough draft document open, and we're going to take a look at this rough draft for a few minutes before we work on the final. So this is classwork 29. Keep that document open, and we're going to take a look at it right now. So the first thing I want you to do is to actually read it out loud. Now, I know that might sound a little strange, but reading your own writing out loud is actually a great way to improve your writing. So the first thing that you might notice is little awkward phrasings in your sentences. You might notice that that you can improve on the phrasing of your sentences all throughout the essay. So every paragraph you might notice, little areas of improvement where you can improve on the clarity of your writing. All right, read it out loud at least once. Honestly, I recommend read it out loud once, make a few improvements, take a 5-minute break, get your mind on something else, and then come back 5 minutes later and read it again, and you might notice even more areas for improvement. All right, so definitely take a moment to read it out loud at least once, but 2 or 3 times, and you're really going to see a lot of improvement in your writing. All right. So after you've made some improvements based on your own analysis, now it's time to make some revisions based on Mr. Oza's suggestions. All right. So after you're done reading it out loud, let me know, and I will make some suggestions using the Google Docs suggestions feature. All right. So when you look at those suggestions, you'll have the option to accept or reject each suggestion. So down the right side of the screen in your Google Doc, if you want to accept the suggestions, you can click on this little check mark that looks just like this, or you can click on the X if you want to reject that suggestion. All right. So I'll be making some comments for revisions, and just to let you know that if you do choose to accept some of those suggestions, just make sure that you're reading the comments and you know what changes you are making in your essay. So remember, revision is when you edit the content, when you're looking at the actual content of your essay. All right, so the first step before you move on to your final draft is to make some revisions. All right, now let's talk for a second about the difference between revisions and edits. All right, so after you take a look at the suggestions that I've made, now it's time for you to make some edits. Again, we're still working in our rough draft document, classwork 29. All right, and now we are going to do some edits. All right, so what are edits? This is when you're looking at the basic conventions of English language, right? If revisions are based on content, adding sentences, subtracting sentences, looking at the overall message of your essay, edits are a little more basic. You're looking at the grammar of your essay, the punctuation, and even the spelling. All right, so this is where you want to make sure that every sentence is capitalized, every proper noun is capitalized, every quote has the quotation marks, a citation as well, which is going to be in parentheses, and a period after the citation, where you're looking at the grammar and making sure that every sentence is properly readable, right? So edits, again, is just the basic conventions of English language, stuff like grammar, punctuation, and spelling. All right, so first step is to do some revisions, looking at the content, and then the second step is to make some edits based on the grammar, punctuation, and spelling, the English conventions. All right, so now that you're done revising and you're done editing, it's time to open up your classwork number 30 Google Doc, which you should already have open, and it's time to work on your final draft. Here we go, final draft time. Now, first step here on your final draft, I want you to actually, if you have time, of course, if you have time, retype your essay. All right, and now I know what you're thinking, Mr. Why don't we just copy and paste our rough draft into the final draft? Well, there's 2-3 reasons why I want you to actually retype your essay. Again, if you have time. First of all, improve your typing skills, all right? Some of us are pretty quick typers. We can, type with both hands, look at the keyboard. Some of us are really good typers. We don't even need to look at the keyboard. We can just look straight at the screen. And some of us are kind of just typing with either one hand or kind of like one finger at a time. It doesn't really matter where you are on the scale. The goal here is to improve typing skills. All right. You're going to be typing a lot as you finish your senior year in high school, as you go into college and you type more essays. So if you can improve your typing skills, I definitely want you to take the opportunity to do that. All right. Another reason why I really want you to retype your essay here in this essay final draft is that as you type, you have the opportunity to revise and edit one last time. Okay. So when you copy and paste, your rough draft into your final draft, yes, that does save you time. It definitely does. But you're not really gaining anything out of that process. You're not really learning anything, and you're really not improving your writing. So you have this opportunity to improve your typing skills and improve your writing skills, because as you type in your final draft, you have a chance to revise and edit one last time. So once your final draft, you're done typing that, I want you to share your final product with someone besides me. If there's a family member close by, you can share it with them. Obviously, you can use the share function in Google Docs and share it with anybody. If you have any friends that you would like to send it to, somebody from this class, somebody from some other class, then you can send it to them. If you want to read your essay out loud to your pet, I'm not going to lie, I have my dog sitting right here. He's like my, companion here who helps me get a lot of my work done. If there's any other teacher, if you have another English class, history, math teacher, anyone I'm sure would be interested in hearing what you have to say about this topic. So please make sure that you share your final product with someone else besides me and get a little feedback. And it's also an opportunity to do some very last minute revisions and edits. So I want to thank you for watching this video. As always, if you need any help on this assignment, please let me know. This is our last assignment of term 1. So I want to thank you for joining me in this class throughout term 1. I'm really proud of you all, and I'm really proud of the writing that you have done in this class. So let's keep it up for one last assignment. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I'm Mr. Oza. Thanks for watching, and have a great class.